Hello, guys. Good morning to you all, and Merry Christmas to you all as well. And I have to start by saying, sorry, guys, I haven't been able to post my content and my biases for the previous week that just ended. And that was because I was struggling with my internet connection. My device failed to connect to the Wi-Fi, and throughout the whole week I was troubleshooting, trying to get it sorted out. And today, eventually, it sorted out, and that's why I'm here. And today, as always, is Monday, and I have marked out the high and low of the week. But I decided to use the previous chart I used in posting my previous bias. If you haven't watched the previous bias I posted, why I was staying on the bullish side of GBPUSD for last week, the previous week, go watch the video. So let's jump into it. So remember, if you remember very well, I marked out this support level and then I marked out this resistance level. And from my previous video, I then said that I need to surprise broke above the resistance level or break below the support level, and the retest of the resistance or support level, I'm going to go in for a long trade or a set trade. If you remember from my last video I posted, it was all about this level. I then said that for the fact that price hasn't broken the support level and price hasn't broken the resistance level, I stated that it's consolidating. That price is consolidating. Go watch the previous video. I made mention about that. So I told you that price was consolidating, so I wasn't going to be focusing on the sell side. But eventually, I was waiting to see price broke above the resistance or break below the support. So I then went further to say that if price breaks above resistance, I'm going to position for at the retest of the resistance for a long trade. That was what I said. Go watch the video and you'll see. And take your time to definitely learn from it. So what I'm done waiting for is to see price retest of this level of resistance. Remember, why am I having this bias of resistance and all that? It's because market is creating a market structure. It has its formation. If you remember what I said, I then said market was creating higher highs, market was creating higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low, then higher high. You can see the thought process behind it. Higher high. A new high was created. So I'm waiting for a pullback around this low, for the low to be formed around this level of the resistance, around this level of the previous high looking left. So this is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see price eventually create a new low here. Then I'm going to position for a buy trade. This is just my thought process. I'm definitely going to position for a buy trade here. I'm going to position a buy trade here. And then what am I expecting when I'm waiting for a buy trade here? I'm expecting price to create a new high, breaking above the previous high that price created looking left. Then around this level as well, a continuation of the higher high and all that. I'm just giving you an instance on what I'm expecting if the market structures holds properly. So that is definitely what I'm expecting. So that's definitely what I'm expecting. In a nutshell, once that happens, I'm going to execute on my lower time frame, being my 15-minute time frame. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just giving you a practical aspect of what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to place my stop loss below below this level, probably it's going to be a wider stop loss. It's going to be a wider stop loss, or probably it's not going to be wider. Remember, this is the 4 hour time frame. That's why it's wider. But my stop loss is just going to be below the previous low, and then I'm going to position for around 3 point something risk ratio reward or thereabout. So I'm just going to position like this. So this is how I'm going to position and buy GBPUSD once I see confirmation on all these levels. Once everything plays out like this, I'm going to then execute this on my lower time frame, which is the 15-minute entry time frame. That's my time frame for executing my trade. So this is what I'm going to be doing in a nutshell. But mind you, as much as I do have this analysis, as much as I do have this bias, as much as I do expect price to play out the way I have analyzed, I'm still very okay understanding that price doesn't do what I intend to do all the time, or price won't do what I intend all the time. But the reason why I'm waiting and expecting and definitely allowing price to reveal itself, all I need to do is to execute execute my trade once it confirms itself. So that's why I'm waiting patiently. And even if it doesn't play out the way I anticipated, it's also okay. This gives me an edge. That's why I'm waiting on those levels. That's why I'm waiting on this level because it gives me an edge. It gives me an edge, an opportunity to then go into the market, then going for a buy or sell. I don't just trade. I analyze my positions. I mark out my positions. I mark out my levels, and allow price to react. Allow price to reveal itself, and then all I need to do is to come into the market, then react by executing my trade. So that's how I trade. That's my thought process. So even if it doesn't play out, it's also okay. There is no need to rush into any trade because it definitely doesn't align. So I have to wait for it to align for me to then execute and take my trades. So that's all I do, basically all I do. So yeah, and if you do love my thought process, how I analyze my pairs and how I trade, I want you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to like for more.